ReviewTheLight. Today we're taking a look at the new Olight S15R Baton, but quickly, if you haven't yet, go ahead and click this link right up here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click this one to follow me on Facebook, or you can click this one down below that I'll put down as soon as it's finished is a link to the full review that's got beam shots, runtime graphs, spectral analysis, all that great stuff. So this is the Olight S15R Baton, new rechargeable flashlight by Olight. The exciting thing about this is it's an upgrade from an older model. The exciting thing about this one is that it comes with a it comes with a lithium-ion battery already installed and a USB charging dock. USB on one end, magnetic base to the light, and we'll see that as we open it up. So it comes in Olight's kind of a standard packaging here. This plastic kind of display thing that's pretty neat. So it's got some of the specs and various information on the box. We'll go ahead and open it up. Get to the fun stuff. So on the top here, we got various accessories and such. It comes with a lanyard, the Olight logo on it. It also comes with a, it comes with this little flyer for various other Olight models. And it's got the user manual, a couple of spare O-rings, which is always nice. Little plastic piece. It's got the light itself here. And finally, it has the charging accessories in the bottom. So, go ahead and take these out. It comes with the charging dock itself here, and a little piece of sticky adhesive that you can attach to the bottom of the dock, so you can stick the dock wherever you like. It also includes a USB cable, USB to micro USB. And little instructions on putting that piece of sticky plastic on the bottom of your dock. So, take this out of its little stand here. The S15R is it uses the Cree XML2 emitter, which is the newest high efficiency, high brightness emitter. You can see it in there. It has a smooth reflector. You can also see down in here it's got a blue O-ring that glows green in the dark, apparently. Stainless steel bezel helps you if you drop the light. It keeps it from getting too banged up. It's got a removable clip here, so this takes quite a bit of force to take off, so it's not likely to come off on accident, but it does come off if you want to remove it yourself. It doesn't take any tools. And you can put it back on, head up or head down, so however you want to have the flashlight sitting in your pocket or whatever you've got a clip to. And it's got the switch here, which got a kind of a fun upgrade from the previous models, in that in previous models the switch was raised above the body here, but it didn't have this stainless steel ring around it, so this little ring around it doesn't depress, and the switch depresses inside of that ring. So what that means is it's a lot less likely to get bumped on accident if you have it in a bag or something, or if it drops on the floor. You can see I'm pressed on that. It's not turning on. It's not clicking the button because of that ring there. So it's a nice upgrade feature. It can still, like if you have it in a bag and you've got something pokey or with a corner on it, a corner might be able to get down in there, but it's a lot less likely to have an accidental activation, which is nice. It's got a little orange LED under there, which I believe lights up when the battery gets low. I'll confirm that with the manual, but that's kind of a fun little orange LED that's in the center of there that you can see through there. It's got the Olight logo on one side of the body, S15R model number there. It's got the standard Olight kind of squared off knurling on the rest of the body. The tail cap has a little hole where you can attach a lanyard. It's on the side, so you can have that lanyard in there and not affect the tail stand. You can do a good stable tail stand because of the flat tail cap. And you can see the magnetic charging port here at the base. So we'll open it up and take a look. On the inside you can see the spring here that makes connection with the negative terminal. It comes with a Olight 14500 size lithium-ion battery. It claims 750 milliamp hours on it, and it is other than that, seems like a pretty standard 14500 battery. If you can see there, if it's bright enough, a little small terminal there to make connection with the positive end at the other end of the head. So go ahead and fire it up. There are three ways to turn on the S15R. The first way is if you hold down on the button for a second. It comes on in Moonlight Mode, so that's pretty dim there. I'll turn this off so you can see it a little bit better. The Moonlight Mode is very dim and sort of like Moonlight. That's the first way you can turn it on. The second way, if it's off, is you can click the switch one time and it will come back on in whatever mode you used last. In this case, it's the Moonlight Mode. The third way you can turn it on is to double click and you go straight to the high mode. Once you have it on, you can hold down on the switch to cycle through the low, the medium, and the high. And it's important to note you can't get to the Moonlight in through this main sequence here. It just cycles through low, medium, and high. And so if you want to get to the Moonlight, you have to turn it off and then turn it back on by holding down the switch, and you can get that Moonlight. So once the light is on, you can double click it to get into strobe. So that's the last mode there. And the last thing to know is when the light's off, you can hold down on the switch for about a second, it'll go to the Moonlight, but if you keep holding down, it'll go into Lockout Mode. So now if I click it and nothing happens, and to deactivate the lockout, just hold down on the switch for another couple of seconds, it'll turn back on. So I will go ahead and hook up the charging base here, and we can get a look at how that functions. Give me just a moment. Okay. So it connects to the charging base via this micro USB cable that's included. There's the connection point there. And as you can see, there's also, it says extended right here. What this is, you can plug another USB device into that side, and so you're not using up your USB port. And it's important to note, this doesn't come with like a wall adapter to the USB, so you'll need one of those on your own if you want to plug it into the wall. But if you already have one, it doesn't take up a spot that you already have because it does have that extender, so that's a nice feature. So when I plug it in on the other side here, alright, I set that down, and the magnetic thing just kind of clicks it right into place. There's a little post there that goes into a hole in the base. You can see it's lighting up red. That's indicating that it's charging. The manual says that it should turn green. There it is. Only did it for a second. It must be close to fully charged here, because it's not quite sure if it wants to be green or red. The green indicates the full charge. The red indicates that it's charging. So that's that. And like I said, it does have this magnetic base here, so I can kind of have it out to the side. It works a little better with the smaller S10R model, but even to the side or upside down, I can mount the base however I want using that sticky pad, so that's a nice feature. So this has been the Olight S15R Baton, and if you stick around for just a second, we'll take it outside and give it a shot in the dark. Alright, we've got the Olight S15R Baton here in the backyard, and we're going to go ahead and fire it up and give it a shot in the dark. So I just turned it on in the Moonlight mode, and obviously there's not a lot of light. It is on right now. You can see here is the head, and here is shining on my hand just about a foot away from the camera. But with my eyes here, I can see the hot spot on the ground in front of me, several yards away. So it would be enough with the hot spot for me to see where I was going, but it's not showing up in the camera. And I can see my garage, which is a few yards away. But if I kick it up to the low here, you get to see the beam shape, and that's actually about what it looks like. What you're probably seeing on your screen right now is about what it looks like to me on the Moonlight mode. I could see it about that well. So here I'll shine it around. This is the low. You can see the ground nearby, and you can see a few nearby objects. The low mode is plenty to see around in the dark, and it gives you a good light to see your surroundings. Here we'll kick it up to the medium. Medium is where it's starting to get pretty bright, and here you can see the well-defined hot spot out into the spill. It's got a pretty wide spill region and a fairly tight hot spot there for as small as the light is. And you can see on medium mode you're starting to get a little bit of power to see far away things. So here's the tree nearby up there. You can, with my eyes, I can see into that tree pretty well. On the camera, you're not putting a lot of light there yet, so we'll go ahead and go up to the high mode. So with the high mode, you can tell it's putting a pretty good beam on that nearby tree. It's got pretty good power here, plenty to see anything close by and things even pretty good distance away. And I'll cycle through those one more time for you. So starting with the Moonlight, and there's that. the low, the medium, and the high, and then here's the strobe. And then also, just a fun effect here, that you've got the glow-in-the-dark O-ring that is lit up obviously after having charged when the light's on. So it's just a fun feature. So thanks again for being with us here today as we take a look at the Olight S15R Baton on Review the Light. If you haven't yet, go ahead and click this link right up here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This one over here to follow me on Facebook. Be sure to check out the link to the full review. I'll put in the description when it's done. And if you like this video, found it helpful, go ahead and click the like button. So thanks and have a great night.